What's up, everybody? BobbyFoster here. Right now, we're going to be talking about the Grammys. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got a lot of opinions about the Grammys. Some people are mad. Some people are cool with it. We're going to be going over today how I feel about the Grammys. Going to be going over some of the main awards, the hip hop awards, maybe look at the R&B awards and see what I think about them. So if you haven't liked this episode, go ahead, like and follow wherever you're listening and watching. I truthfully appreciate it. And let's get into this. Let's get into this episode. So if you're on my Twitter, you probably saw my initial reaction to the Grammy nominations. And I was relatively happy when I saw what came out. It seems like this year to me, they're definitely leaning more towards the mainstream. Because last year, at least for hip hop anyway, because if I remember last year, there was a lot of people that were happy about how they were kind of picking some of like hip hop culture's favorite records. You know, they had, I believe like Freddie Gibbs was nominated, Nas was nominated, stuff like that. And I feel like this year they went a little more mainstream, which I'm personally okay with. I feel like when the Grammys go mainstream, it makes it easier to grasp like, oh, yeah, this got nominated because it was successful in the mainstream, which is easy to kind of see through it being super viral on the internet or sales or charts or whatever. I feel like it makes it easier for the audience's mind to wrap around why something would get nominated. And that's how I kind of feel this year. Like even with the songs I disagree for being on here, it's still like, I mean, I can see it. I can see why this would be on here. It was a gigantic record, right? But even starting out with like record of the year, some of these songs, I don't know. However, Leave the Door Open, Driver's License, Montero, Happier Than Ever, Kiss Me More, Peaches, you know, like all these songs, like obviously I can see why those would be record of the year. Same thing with song of the year. One song that's interesting to me though on song of the year is Bad Habits by Ed Sheeran, just because like I've only seen like bad press about that song, so I'm surprised that that's on there. For record of the year and song of the year, I wouldn't mind seeing Olivia Rodrigo, Doja Cat, or Silk Sonic winning out of those categories. Those are who I'm pulling for anyway. And like I said, some of these songs I don't know. For record of the year, I don't know. I Still Have Faith in You, or Freedom, or I Get a Kick Out of You. Or Right on Time. Like, I don't know some of these songs, so I'm not really going to comment on those. I haven't heard the song by her, haven't heard the Alicia Keys song, so I don't really got much to say on that. Album of the year, like I was saying, though, is completely stacked. Kanye, Taylor Swift, Olivia Rodrigo, Lil Nas X, Billie Eilish, Doja Cat, Justin Bieber. Like, it's packed, man. It's packed. Album of the year, I don't even know who I don't even know. I love Planet Her. That's probably the most listened to album. Well, I listen to Montero a lot as well. But I love Sour. So I think that's who I'm pulling for. Doja, Lil Nas X, or Olivia. I was disappointed with Billie Eilish's album as a whole. Justice by Justin Bieber, it was cool. I liked reacting to it, but that came out towards the beginning of the year and I haven't really revisited it much. There's only a couple songs I listened to here and there off of it. I haven't heard Evermore by Taylor Swift yet. I'm currently reacting to Taylor Swift's discography and I'm going in order. So I haven't gotten to that yet. I think when it comes to Donda, I think the thing for me personally that I really liked about Donda was the experience of it all, the stadium shows, all of that. And I think that, to me, could get Kanye Album of the Year because of that experience alone, honestly. So I wouldn't be too mad if Donda won. Best New Artist, definitely should go to Olivia Rodrigo, hands down. But I would pull for Baby Keem. I love Baby Keem. Melodic Blue is one of my favorite albums of the year. But Olivia Rodrigo, like, hands down, should win Best New Artist. But part of me doesn't want her to, or Baby Keem, just because of that curse of Best New Artist at the Grammys. Yeah, when it comes to all these pop categories, I feel like Olivia Rodrigo has a good shot at these. I feel like Kiss Me More definitely has a good shot at winning Best Pop Duo. For Best Pop Vocal Album, that is a stacked category. Justin Bieber, Doja Cat, Billie Eilish, Ariana Grande, Olivia Rodrigo. That's really hard. I'd pull for Doja Cat and Olivia again. But honestly, that's a toss up. That's a toss up. Best rap album. Here we go. Hip hop awards. This is what I wanted to talk about. Best rap album I'm happy with. I'm happy with best rap album. Cole, Drake, Nas, Tyler the Creator, Kanye West. Great category. The only album I haven't heard on here yet is King's Disease 2 by Nas. But I've heard only great things about it. So honestly, whoever wins this probably deserves it. I feel like for me, the offseason's really grown on me throughout the year. Certified Lover Boy, I'm having a hard time getting into. I feel like the highs on Certified Lover Boy are amazing. Like some of my favorite Drake songs, honestly, like a few of them, 3 or 4 of them. But then the lows are so low to me on there. So I don't know. Call Me If You Get Lost by Tyler. Okay. That album for me doesn't have too much replay value. There's only like 2 songs I listen to a lot. I feel like the experience, it's kind of like going back to Donda. I feel like that first listen through, it's just like, you know, it's such a unique project like we get from Tyler, the Creator, and it makes it stand out. So it's super artistic. I feel like on that level, like that creative, technical level, I could see Tyler winning it. Once again, same thing with Donda. The experience of it was just like a whole moment in hip hop. Best rap performance. See, people were mad at this category. I saw this. To me, y'all know me, I'm biased. I'm pulling for Family Ties. That's my favorite song of the year. Honestly, sometimes I like Baby Keem's verse better than Kendrick's verse. So I'm not even biased just because Kendrick's on it. Like, I feel like Baby Keem killed that song. But some people were mad that Up was on here. Thought Shit by Meg was on here. And I've seen very mixed reviews about Way Too Sexy being on here. I think Way Too Sexy is one of Drake's worst singles that he's ever put out. But I know why it's on there. It was, single off of CLB. It's been very successful. The video was hilarious. It was all over the place. I could see why it would be on there. When it comes to Up by Cardi, the saving grace of that song that I feel like is why it even got up for best rap performance was the pre-chorus. The pre-chorus from Up was arguably the most catchy pre-chorus of the entire year. It was all over the place. You know what I'm saying? It was all over TikTok, all over Twitter, everywhere. So I can see why that was nominated. I feel like, honestly, the pre-chorus is why. Like, the pre-chorus alone, this is best rap performance, and the way the pre-chorus was performed was great. I'm going to give Cardi that, and, like, for real, like, I can see, like, that alone is why it got nominated, in my opinion. Then you go to Thought Shit with Meg, and listen, I know people have problems with Meg. I have no issue with Thought Shit being nominated at all. I feel like the verses on that song by Meg are some of like the dopest Meg verses I've heard. Now, I don't listen to the song that much, but when I reacted to it or I just hear it on social media, like, I feel like she went in on the verses, in my opinion. Also, once again, I see why it's nominated. That song was everywhere. Like, if you're on the internet, if you don't listen to Meg, if you don't listen to Cardi, you still heard those 2 records. I know you did. Like, if you're on the internet at all, you couldn't escape them. So I can see why they were nominated. Now, I know popularity is not everything, but like I said, there's other reasons as to why I feel like those could be up for best rap performance, so I'm not too mad about it. Now we go to best rap song. I have not heard the DMX song. People were mad about Sweetie's song and Doja's song Best Friend being on here, which I kind of understand because it's best rap song category. I kind of understand that. Once again, I want Family Ties to win. Jail is weird that song, out of everything on Donda, Jail was the one that was nominated. I feel like it makes sense because Jay-Z is on there. Jay-Z's like I think he's the most Grammy nominated artist ever. Once again, J. Cole's on here with My Life Too. Same song as best rap performance. Like I said, I'm pulling for Family Ties. I'm not mad at this category at all. Once again, Best Friend was everywhere. If you're on the internet, you've heard it, right? Like, you've heard it. I mean, of course, there's always other songs. See, this is what I've been trying to do. Of course, there's other songs that can always be on a list, right? There's limited spots. So what I try to do now is see, like, okay, why is this song on here? Do I feel like this song on here is valid, right? And I feel like there's valid reasons for pretty much all these songs being on here. Now, there is one song that I'm surprised it's not on here for any of these hip hop categories, which is Seeing Green. Seeing Green is one of my favorite songs of the year. And once again, I feel like it was a huge moment. You know, Big Three got back together. But I wouldn't be surprised if Nicki didn't even nominate it. Submit it for nomination. I wouldn't be surprised. But if she did and it didn't get on here, then I have some words about that. Yeah, I'm not too mad. I'm pretty happy with the rap nominations. Now, obviously, like I'm saying, there's other songs and albums that could have been nominated, but I feel like for the ones that were, they deserve it. They deserve it in my eyes. And then when we get to the R&B categories, I'm glad that Snow got nominated. I really enjoyed her album. Peaches being in the R&B, like, yeah, I get why Peaches will be in R&B, but at the same time, I feel like that's like a strategic move to put it in R&B for the victory. I don't know. But Leave the Door Open should win. It's gonna win, in my opinion. However, Jasmine Sullivan being on here is awesome too. Her EP she dropped this year, I reacted to that, and that was a great project. Yeah, but honestly, I feel like Silk Sonic's gonna sweep with Leave the Door Open wherever it's nominated. It's an amazing song. The project is ridiculous. And award shows love Bruno, too, on top of that. So I feel like Leave the Door Open wherever it's nominated is probably going to win, in my opinion. So, yeah, like, overall, y'all, I'm actually happy with the Grammys this year. I feel like they actually did a pretty solid job. Like I said, there's a lot of mainstream nominations on here, which I'm not mad about. They did good with the Album of the Year category. They got the heavy hitters in there. And overall, like 2021 was just a great year for music, honestly. Like I feel like we need to keep that in the forefront of our memory when we're looking at these award shows. Like even if, you know, you're out there thinking something else should have been nominated, that just goes to show that the year was great for music. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing really on here. I feel like there's barely nominations I see on here where it's like, this absolutely does not deserve to be on here. Which I feel like I usually have that opinion about something. But this year is really like, I'm like, it's solid. And so, yeah, 2021 was a great year for music. A lot of artists had time last year during quarantine to come up with music. And it's you can definitely tell because there was just like a ridiculous amount of music that dropped in 2021. Still a lot of music to come in 2022 from some artists that didn't drop this year and from artists that did drop this year that probably just have extra songs laying around because of how much they were able to work last year because they weren't on tour. So I'm just excited about the industry right now. I actually feel like I was kind of looking down on albums there in 2020. Like it seemed like the album was dying to me. I feel like this year revitalized my faith in the album. There's a lot of great albums, yo. A lot of great albums that dropped in 2021. Yeah, but let's celebrate music. I know these awards, it's competitive. Splits up a lot of fan bases. You know, they want their favorites to win. But at the end of the day, let's celebrate music, celebrate good music. And we got a lot of it this year. So as fans, we definitely won this year. But let me know what y'all think about these nominations. And I know there's a lot of categories I didn't go over. And if, hey, they matter to you, I want to hear about it in the comments. Let me hear what you think should have been nominated, what you think shouldn't have been nominated. I'm here for all of your opinions. And if you happen to like this episode, once again, please give a like and a follow wherever you're watching and listening. I would truthfully appreciate it. And until next time, I'll see y'all.